All right, there you go, Joe. Dance to it. Dance to it. There you go. All right. Hello, everybody. Yes, it's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm here with Joe.
How's it going?
Bucky left us earlier tonight, so I'm kind of bummed about that, but that's okay. Things are going really well because we got the next batch of movies coming up this weekend, July 19th. Can you believe that the year is halfway over already?
Not really. It's amazing.
It's been an interesting year, I gotta admit. It's been a good year for movies. You still haven't seen Iron Man 3 yet, have you?
I'm waiting for the crowds to die down.
The crowds have died down. It's practically out of the theaters by now, but I'm hoping you like it. You remember, I liked it. Frank and Bucky did not.
I guess I'll be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, you'll be the tiebreaker there. So, but what's coming up this weekend? We got, first off, Turbo. Now, Turbo is actually coming out today, which is going to be July 17th. It's a Wednesday release, okay? This is going to pit Ryan Reynolds against Ryan Reynolds. Here you see Ryan Reynolds as a snail who wants to go really, really fast. And his dream is achieved one day when he gets sucked into like some speed racer's car, his ventilation system, and he gets the nitroglycerin on him and everything.
That was nitrous oxide.
Nitrous oxide, thank you. Sorry about that. Nitroglycerin is for explosion.
If you got nitroglycerin, this would be called blow up or something like that.
The bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but anyway, he now has the ability to go super, super fast. Now, the thing that really kills me about this movie is apparently he's supposed to be able to also go into like the NASCAR race or something like that, you know? Like he's gonna race against the humans and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, even though I don't think he'll be able to speak to humans, but he can understand our language and all that. Pure kiddie safe fun. You cannot help but give it a see it because there's no reason not to see it. It's just gonna be funny. And you know what? I bet if it's in 3D, you should see it in 3D. Animation is always the best in 3D.
Yeah, I'm not a kid, but I kind of have an interest in it. I think I saw this the preview for this when I went to see Man of Steel. Mm-hmm. And it was probably my favorite preview.
Right. It was it
looked cool.
It's just gonna be cool. It's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be forgettable. Enjoy it. See it. Joe, what do you say?
Like I said, I see it. It looked good.
Next up, we've got The Conjuring. Basically, once again, it's based on a true story, horror story with ghosts. Look what you made me do is the tagline, or one of the things that the ghosts love to say. I don't think they say it like that, though. Right. Expect the normal stuff. Things that go bump in the night, things that grab you, things, weird special effects. One of the interesting things that happened was to familiarize Joe with the movie, I had to show him two previews. I started with the first preview. You got the impression that the focus was the family.
Yes.
And the investigators were barely mentioned. And then you watch the other preview, and it's like the investigators are the focus, and the family is like this subset. What
I found weird, I think you liked the second preview better.
I did.
I liked the first preview better. I felt it had more of a historical, more of like an unsolved mysteries type feel. I always loved unsolved mysteries.
It had that documentary feeling to it.
Yes, and I always liked that. Was some of the ghost stories on unsolved mysteries, some of my favorite, and this seemed like it brought me back to that level.
Exactly. Now, one thing I do think of when I see the second one is their attempt to make this as if to say, look, this was a real occurrence. These are real people. We're doing a real interview. Kind of like the Blair Witch Project. I know you don't remember. You never saw the movie.
I never saw Blair Witch Project, but I remember all the hype about it.
The hype. Yes. Oh, I remember I was there the first night, and, the Blair Witch Project has a very interesting story. I'll tell you about it one day. But basically, the bottom line is they really touted this movie as being a true story, and this was back in the 90s still. So we were the web was still a new phenomenon, and people weren't used to finding information on the web. So they were able to create these websites that make it look like a real thing. It took a long time for people to accept the fact that it was just a movie. The worst part, what really gave it away in the end? Well, the actors were still walking around, It was so sad because these actors, they were really hot property for like a split second. How long are you supposed to have a moment of fame?
15 minutes.
15 minutes of fame, but these guys got like 5 seconds, and then and they got some fame. They hung out with stars and everything. They went scuba diving.
More than us.
Yeah, but these guys, the fame fell apart faster than you could ever imagine. And one of the problems they had trying to get into the movie was, you weren't acting. you were just being yourself. You know, they were putting you in this scary situation, but it wasn't acting. Now that said, The Conjuring, the problem I have with it is that it's too familiar. Now, the one thing I do like about it, the reviews have been positive for it. A lot of people said it was scary. You know, you got things that go bump in the night. You got things that jump up from behind. I worry that from the previews, I might have seen too much already. But you know what? Ultimately, I am actually going to give this one a pass because we've seen too much of it. Joe, what do you say?
I'm going to say see it. I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I love history and just the fact that it goes back to the 1800s when the story takes... The story itself doesn't take place, but what happened to haunt the house goes back there, and just all the special effects. I enjoyed the previews. That
brings an interesting point about this movie. There's actually 3 levels of history here. You have the modern day. You have more of the like 10, 20 years ago part where you see the family first moving in and everything.
Yeah.
And then you see the 1800s about how this house came to be haunted and everything. My problem, and the reason I give it a pass, because you know what? After seeing The Ring and seeing The Grudge and seeing so many movies where it's about a ghost trapped in a house who haunts people because something happened to them hundreds of years ago, it's kind of hard to keep this up. Because the one thing you know they always have to do, they always got to go back into the past. It's like, yeah, can you guys do something new for me? Can you bring a new twist to the ghost genre?
So a ghost gets killed in the future and then he invents a time machine and comes back in the past?
Why not?
Yeah, I haven't even...
You know what? That's kind of like a 12 Monkeys thing. You have to see the movie 12 Monkeys to understand. But yeah, a ghost from the future. And now they have to stop the ghost from being murdered or something. It can be done. And it can be done. And if I don't see The Conjuring, you know I'll see The Conjuring 2, which is probably in production as we speak. All right, next off, R.I.P.D. And yes, the first 3 letters spell...
Rip.
As in...
Rest in peace.
More like rip-off.
Rip-off.
Okay, yes, we get it. It's a rip-off of Men in Black. Okay, only this time they're dead. They're lawmen and they were killed, but they want to recruit Ryan Reynolds. He's the new kid on the block. Jeff Bridges is his mentor and everything. So you got Will Smith on the right-hand side and, Tommy Lee Jones on the left-hand side. And I get it. They copied a similar format, okay? The world's going to come to an end because somehow the deados, which are dead people walking around, have figured out a way to bring all dead people back to the world of the living, but these 2 are going to stop it, I'm sure. That said, I got to give this a see. I can't resist it. It's just too cute. It's just too funny. I liked it.
I'd give it... I don't know. This one I'll go with it. I don't want to dissuade people from seeing it, so I'll probably give it what you call a decide for yourself. I have no interest in this. Of course, I never really watched Men in Black. I never really cared for the Men in Black. So this is from the same genre, same type of movie. It just, to me, it does not appeal to me. It had a couple funny moments from the trailer.
Yes.
But I don't see me wanting to sit through 2 hours or however long it is for this one.
One thing I gotta love about it is it has the cuteness of Turbo, only with guns and more serious. Because let's face it, one thing that they also say in this movie is that these guys, first off, they don't look like themselves.
Ryan Reynolds is the old Japanese guy.
Yes, and then
the actor they picked is really good.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the guy, but he's
awesome.
Excellent.
We love the guy. We just can't remember his name, but we love the guy. And
he's one of them people you'll know when you see him.
Yeah, and of course they get a hot model to pretend to be Jeff Bridges' character. It's so funny. You would think you'd want to be somebody more inconspicuous if you were like a lawman and stuff like that, but instead he's like a really hot model. And of course and the indestructible part's funny because it's like don't tense up, and they jump out of the building, and when they crash, you see them getting burst and broken and everything. But Jeff Bridges says in a very funny tone, he's like, "You might notice we're pretty durable." It's like, but Ryan Reynolds like it still hurts, So I'm anxious for it. We'll have to see. I hope it works. Just to be honest, ultimately Ryan Reynolds really needs a hit. He's a great actor. He's a great personality. He needs a really good movie because let's face it, Green Lantern didn't do anything for him. And I think there was this other movie that came out not too long ago that really kind of bombed. So Ryan Reynolds, we want all the best for you. We want you to succeed, and we want this movie to be that movie that succeeds. If not, maybe it'll be Turbo. Let's face it, it's Ryan Reynolds versus Ryan Reynolds this weekend. With Turbo versus R.I.P.D. And finally, last but not least, one movie I know I'm going to see, Red 2. It's so funny because comedies don't usually work with me. Comedy sequels don't work with me. But this one I have high hopes for. You got Bruce Willis back, John Malkovich, Helen Mirren, and of course Mary Louise Parker. But you know who's really going to steal this show? It's going to be Anthony Hopkins. You saw him on it. He's this wild, eccentric genius who's been locked up for 30 years. So he's been in isolation for a long time. And he just looks wild and crazy. If not, the guy who plays Storm Shadow is in this one. He'll bring more of a youthful martial arts feel to it. So that's what I'm looking forward to for that. But let's face it, this cast, this is going to be the craziest cast I've ever seen.
Yeah, I got to go with you on that one there.
You know, I mean, this is just a whole bunch of nothing. You saw the first one. The first one was really good. I liked it. So I'm giving Red 2 a definite see it. Joe?
I didn't really, it's not really my type of movie. However, I did like what I saw in the trailers. I definitely would recommend people, if you're into this type of genre, to definitely see it.
Come on, it's spy genre, you know. Who doesn't do spy genre?
And it's got Bruce Willis in it.
Exactly. And you know things are going to blow up. There's going to be a lot of shooting. There's going to be a lot of humor. And I expect this to be a really good movie. You have, the most important thing, you have a lot of experience in this movie, you know. You have people who've made a lot of movies, and so they should know how to deliver a real good performance here, and I'm looking forward to it. So guys, that's it. We will see you at the theater, because I think the theater's going to be packed this weekend. There's something for everyone in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I've never seen such a diverse opening, especially of so many movies, wide releases, you know. You've got horror, you've got action, you've got kids, and you've got comedies to boot. Perfect summer movie weekend. Makes you feel like it's the last one.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm looking forward to it. Well, guys, thanks a lot. We like having you here, and we'll see you later.
Take it easy.